couple questions I gotta ask you. Did Threads really steal their idea from Twitter? We gotta talk about it. My other question is it true that Kanye West does not like glass? As goofy as that question sounds, it's a real question. My last question, was Blueface wrong for asking his son if he was gay? Did you see the video? Oh, we're going to talk about that, music, movies, sports, and a whole bunch more. That's all coming up. You kicking it with KC. Let's get into it, baby. Yeah, man, popular topics, pop tops that may or may not be talked about in the news with yours truly, KC MC. Let's get into it, man. This first story coming from CNET.com. CNET.com. It asked the question, did Threads really steal from Twitter? Now, Twitter has threatened to sue Meta, Facebook's parent company, claiming that Meta intentionally stole Twitter's trade secrets and intellectual property when developing its social media app Threads. Twitter accused Meta of hiring former Twitter employees to create a copycat version of Twitter, which violates state and federal laws, as well as the employees' obligations to Twitter. However, Meta's communications director denied these allegations, stating that no one on the Threads engineering team is a former Twitter employee. Meta launched Threads as a Twitter rival, and it has reached 70 million signups as of Friday. That was yesterday, July 7th. In response to criticism, Meta has stated that Threads will introduce a chronological feed option in the future. Here's a goofy thing. Instagram chief Alex Heath has emphasized that Threads is not intended to replace Twitter, but rather aims to provide a, quote, less angry place for conversations, end quote. A less angry place for conversations on the internet? Boy, you must be crazy. The internet is literally made for ignorance. There's not too many public spaces on the internet that are going to be less angry for conversations. Let's be real about it. People are there to act a fool on the internet. But let's talk about this Threads, man. Because we're in like the fourth day. It was released on Wednesday, which was what, July 5th? So a lot of people on it now. It integrates with your Instagram account. All you literally have to do is download the app. If you already have Instagram, you just accept the terms and conditions, and boom, you got a Threads account. It's literally Twitter with a slightly different user interface. It's essentially Twitter. You repost. They don't call it retweet. You repost. You can put pictures. It's 500 character max as of right now. You can put videos up to 5 minutes. It's literally Twitter, bro. The difference between Threads and Instagram that I immediately noticed is that with Threads, the top of your timeline is at the top, and you have to scroll up. With Instagram, the top of, or the most refreshed part of your timeline is usually at the bottom. You have to scroll down, if that makes sense. But I mean, between the two, that's what I noticed. Other than that, there's a lot of different rumors going around. A lot of questions being asked. When do the ads start? Every other social media platform eventually integrates ads. When are the ads going to start on this? A lot of people don't know. They're also saying, why am I seeing people on my timeline who I know I didn't willingly follow? I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing a bunch of celebrities I know I don't follow. I intentionally don't follow celebrities because I don't want to see the celeb news. But I'm starting to see a lot of that. Random people on my timeline. Is Threads really going to put Twitter out of business? And is there any longevity to Threads? That's what I really want to talk about. Is it going to replace Twitter? This is what I think. Absolutely not. I don't know why Meta thought, hey, let's just literally make a Twitter another version of Twitter, but under our brand, because we don't own Twitter. I mean, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Twitter is already dying. Elon Musk bought it, and now he implemented some new daily tweets limit. So now it limits the number of tweets that you see on your timeline in a day. He said it was temporary, but a lot of people were already mad about that, switched over to Threads. So I don't think they're going to replace Twitter. Twitter is the OG. And that's a lot of different adjustments that's been happening. But overall, it's a text-based social media platform. You can still add pictures and photos, but it's a text-based. How many people actually want to sit there and read these texts? I think that's why Instagram is popping and TikTok, because it's really video and photo oriented and based. Yeah, you could put a caption, you can put a long ass caption, but Instagram is essentially going to cut it off to like the first 7 to 10 words. Your caption. It's really just want you to focus on the pictures and the videos. So the fact that y'all want to make this more text based, I'm like, ain't nobody really about to be. It's hot right now. It's hot right now. Are we going to be using and talking about threads 5-10 years from now? I just say right now, let's just have fun then. Other than that, it's another little goofy ass app that's probably just going to go by the wayside like Quibi did. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466-4386. Got my taco meat out tonight. You see that? Taco meat. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Got another topic for you. I want to flow through real quick. Talking about Kanye West. Kanye West been out here. His school, we talking about Donda Academy. This is coming from yahoo.com. A lawsuit has been filed against Kanye West's Donda Academy, alleging that the rapper's private Christian school neglected to install glass in windows and skylights due to West's personal preference. The lawsuit claims that the lack of glass exposes students to the elements, causing issues such as obviously rain entering the classroom, and as a result, having some type of moldy smell in the class. They say additionally, the plaintiff raises concerns about wiring issues and plumbing problems at Donda Academy. The lawsuit follows previous allegations of racial discrimination and health, safety, and educational violations made by former employees. West's attorneys denies the claims, stating that they do not reflect the positive experiences of the school's current staff and students. They saying we ain't getting no complaints from there, nobody that's there now. People still enrolled in the school, so what are y'all talking about? They saying no glass in the windows. Kanye West doesn't like glass, allegedly. That's what they saying. That's what they saying. The lawsuit is saying that Kanye West has said. Now that sounds very crazy. Somebody don't like glass, but think about it. We're talking about Kanye West. That name is synonymous with crazy. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever, however you want to see it, but ultimately, objectively speaking, a lot of people associate Kanye West with being crazy because of his actions and the things that he said. So is it crazy to think that he did not want window or glass in the windows? It's a little crazy. I'm surprised they even have windows at that place, because he probably doesn't want paparazzi showing pictures, taking pictures, or anything like that. It's crazy that the school was even brought up on racial discrimination. Like where they do that at? Where did that come from? That was a little bit off to me too. But nonetheless, it's coming from a lot of former employees. Now, is it a coincidence that all the people who used to work there are complaining and filing lawsuits? I don't think that's a coincidence at all. My thing about this is, why snitch on the school only after you got fired if it was cool while you were working there? Same thing with everybody. They said current staff and students, they not complaining. Now, one staff member did say he believes that he was fired because he was complaining about the glass or lack thereof and the wiring problems. All right, that you know what? If you got fired because of that, I don't know if it's wrongful termination, which it may be. I don't know what kind of document you may have signed. NDA maybe. But the point is, if it was cool when you got there, you walked in that building, you saw that, you stayed there. Why you ain't say nothing there? You could have left a long time ago. Why is it a problem all of a sudden? Like, you see what I mean? Like, that's what raises flag. All of these former employees. Did you sign an NDA? Are you violating that NDA? That's what I want to know. I don't think Kanye West or the Donda Academy should take any responsibility, or I don't think they should. They shouldn't be liable for anything. If you know about the school and the lack of windows, and you sign your kid up, or your kid is happy there allegedly, then let it be what it be. None of these former employees should win a case if they even have one, and I don't think they do. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show, 313-466-4386. Check this out. Blueface now. I got to talk about this. Did you see the video with him and his son. This comes from hotnewhiphop.com. Now, it was a video of Blueface in the living room. A couple of his kids were there. I think his baby moms was there too, if I'm not mistaken. But it was strippers in the living room, shaking ass and all types of stuff. You know, doing what strippers do, obviously. So Blueface got the camera. He looking around, showing, you know, he said it's a regular Monday in the Blueface household. Then he goes to the little pantry, the kitchen pantry or closet or whatever, and his son is in there. He walks up to his son. He said, man, what you in here doing? He said something like, I'm looking for some snacks, some chips. He like, why you in here looking for chips and Slim Jim when it's ass in the living room? There's booty shaking in there. There's booty cheeks in there. He said, you ain't gay, is you? And then it did like some type of cut, and then it went back to it, and he was like, you ain't gay, is you? And then the son said, reluctantly, it looked like, nah. And then he said, yeah, that's my boy. And he gave him a little fist pound or something like that. The boy looked like he was scared. The boy looked like he was very unsure, if I'm being honest. Now, could it have been real? The little boy, I mean, he's young. He probably was looking for some snacks. He don't know nothing about no booty. You know what I'm saying? No strippers. He don't know the true value of that. So I could understand he's being a kid. He just wants some chips and some Slim Jim. He had a handful of Slim Jim. I can understand. Maybe he wants some Slim Jims. He want to go back and look at the booty. He's like, oh, this is like a good time. Let me grab some snacks for this. I'm not mad at that. A lot of people are mad, though, about the fact that he had strippers in the house and about the fact that he was asking his son if he was gay. Now, his decision to involve strippers and expose his son to adult content obviously is going to raise parenting choices. This is what I got to say about it. For a young boy, I don't think it's a bad idea having strippers around. I mean, you with it or you ain't. I mean, you had the strippers around. I wouldn't force the child on it, but I would maybe have them entertain myself and then let my son observe. If he gravitates towards one and the same thing, done to him a lap dance, then I would be proud and I would pay for that. A lot of people were mad about the fact that he questioned his child's sexuality and put pressure on him at a young age. They feel like that could be emotionally harmful and can contribute to confusion and identity issues, which a lot of kids may be going through nowadays. Going through, am I really part of the LGBTQIA plus community or not? A lot of these kids are easily influenced. And trust me, that little boy did not look like he knew what he was talking about. Then environment, having a dad like Blueface, let's be honest. You're going to grow up with a very different lifestyle, very different childhood. You see what I'm saying? But overall, I'm not mad at him asking that question to his son. I'm really mad at him posting it, recording it and posting it. That's what I'm mad at. But I ain't mad at him asking his son, is you gay? Now, the way he asked is country and ignorant as hell. But I ain't mad at him asking his son that. That's a conversation you could probably have you should have with your child, actually. How do you feel? Or do you feel like you're gay? Are you gay? Are you interested in these young women in here that came here to do their job? How do you feel about them? Do they scare you, son? You see what I'm saying? That's what I would try to get at. But I wouldn't be mad. You can't be mad at a man or a parent in general for having certain maybe expectations for their child or preferences. Or let's just say this, just so you don't get mad. Think about this. What if your child ended up growing and having the preferences or the lifestyle that you literally oppose? You're a Democrat, they grow up to be a Republican. You like country music, they grow up to like rap music or whatever the opposite of that. You're straight, they grow up to be gay. Now, that's not to say that you don't love them or you treat them different, but at the same time, tell me you wouldn't be slightly, not to say disappointed, but you would have been like, oh, I definitely didn't want them to go to the complete opposite of my personal beliefs. You see what I'm saying? So he was just essentially having that conversation with his son. I'm just mad that he recorded it. But I see nothing wrong with what Blueface did as far as having strippers around and asking his son if he was gay. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call him to the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, man. Yeah, we about to talk about music. that we listened to recently in the audio audit. What we listened to? Let me write this. Oh yeah. All right. So Conway the Machine. I listened to this. He got a project called Drumwork the Album. Listen to this on YouTube Music. No endorsement. This was a relatively quick listen. 13 tracks, 58 minutes. Just outside of the duration of projects that I prefer, between 30 and 45 minutes. Not too short. I don't take it serious. Not too long that I don't get bored. He was starting to lose me, but let me be honest. This project was this was nice. I can't even say decent. This was nice. As an artist myself who really listens to lyrics too, this was lyrical. I don't think I've ever really listened to a Conway Machine, the Machine, Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun, any of the Griselda crew. I don't think I ever listened to their project. Maybe before, but I didn't know what to expect. And this delivered. I'm not gonna lie. Songs that stood out: the first song, Hove Numbers. The Lay Low, L-A-L-O was nice. City Grill, Bluegrass was hard. Andre 3000. Now, I'm going to be honest, all of the songs was pretty decent, but these stood out with beat, hook, and the lyrics. The rest of the album definitely has lyrics. The beat, and then the hooks were, But, they were spitting some bars that you'd be like, okay. And it had nice flow, too. And he had a lot of features on this project, but I didn't know who none of these niggas was. I don't know, maybe they came up from that New York area they from, Buffalo. I don't know. I couldn't even pronounce half these people's names. Nonetheless, I'm feeling the project, bro. It has replay value. If you want to listen to some lyrical content, it ain't like Conscious. It's like some lyrical stuff, and it's decent, bro. 5 songs out of 13 that stood out to me. You shooting over 30%, probably like 40% from the field. I like this project, and I didn't know what to expect. But let me know what you think about Conway the Machine. Let me know what you think about Drumwork the Album as a project. If you listen to it, go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, man. But talk about movies and TV shows that we seen recently in Corn Stream. Nah, I mean, let's get to it, dog. So I watched. I got into my my independent film bag. We watched a movie called Watch Your Back on Tubi. No endorsement. Hour 14 minutes long. It's a crime and a drama. I'm laughing just thinking about it, dog. Essentially, it's based in Detroit. I had to watch my Detroit movies, but as one of Detroit's top strippers, Kanisha effortlessly seduces and manipulates men out of their money to fund her extravagant lifestyle. That's what the plot is. The overall overview is. But listen, man, let me tell you. Let me just give you my quick synopsis. Yeah, it was about 2 stripper girls. One of them. It was about a stripper girl, whatever. She got a few friends. One's a lawyer, played by Crystal the Doll. A few other chicks or whatever. Nonetheless, they end up running game on some dudes that, that got money in the city. These dope dealers, blah, blah, blah. One thing come to another. One stripper get this baller dude who was played by Tattoo Man Page on Instagram. Got him to cheat on his girl. And essentially, he ended up being a simp, and he ended up getting killed. All of this over a chick, bro. That's essentially the plot. You get a little lost in the beginning. The acting is obviously subpar. The continuity is horrible. The shot composition is decent. But other than that, you kind of get lost in the beginning, but then you catch on. And you be like, okay, I can follow the storyline. Probably like not halfway through, but a little bit before halfway through the movie, you start to catch on. Like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Because it seems like it's a lot of random scenes in the beginning. Man, nonetheless, I had to support this. It didn't disappoint. It is garbage, but it's good garbage. I don't mean garbage disrespectfully. I mean, like, if you would call an independent film that's not a A-class film, like a top feature film, then you will probably call it garbage. The average person will. But it is a very, very good garbage movie. I love it, though. I would highly recommend it. Watch Your Back on Tubi, a Detroit movie. Gotta support my Detroit peoples. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Let me know what you think about this movie. Or call into the show, 313-466-4386. Man, let's keep it moving. Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man's Pots Pan. Let's get into it. First story we just talking about boxing, MMA. I did confirm Jake Paul does have a boxing match against Nate Diaz August 5th. It is 10 rounds. That's going to be at the American Airlines Center, by the way. So I did confirm that. I didn't know if that was still going on, if it was going to be called off, because there's been a lot of that going on. Other update in boxing. Earl Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford, July 29th. That's this month. Literally 3 weeks away from today. 3 weeks away from today, Saturday, July 8th. Predictions, Terrence Bud Crawford. Ultimately, I want a knockout. I want a win by knockout. I'm talking about nigga on the pavement, sleep. That's what I want to see. I haven't seen one of those fights in a long, long time. So I want to see somebody get slayed. I don't care who win by knockout. I just want to see a knockout. None of that decision scorecard, last minute, 12 round stuff. We not here for that. That's why I like boxers to really hate each other. But anyway, let's keep it moving in regards to sports, though. I want to talk about the NBA. We got to get into this. A lot of offseason trades been going on in the NBA. We went through all of them last episode. Let's just run through the quick ones to update. Atlanta Hawks, Rudy Gay joining the Atlanta Hawks via trade with the Utah Jazz. Miles Bridges officially signed a contract with the Charlotte Hornets. If you don't know, he was actually suspended for a domestic violence case that he was facing with his girlfriend or something like that. But you really ain't seen or heard from him. And he was actually contributing to the Hornets. But now, and he a Michigan State boy from Lansing, the hometown. But yeah, he officially signed a contract. It was announced. So shout out to Miles Bridges. We'll see what he does. Grant Williams leaves the Celtics in a sign and trade and goes to the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks loading up. They loading up. Squads is looking pretty loaded up, and I'm loving it. My Pistons, they also get Joe Harris recently in a trade with the Brooklyn Nets. I don't think that's going to make any difference, but whatever. It is what it is. I got to shout out my Pistons. Houston Rockets, they get Jeff Green in a one-year deal and Patty Mills in a trade with the Brooklyn Nets. Interesting. I don't expect much from Houston. They still in their rebuilding phase. Unless they end up getting James Harden, he'll have a lot of these young dudes as weapons. So we'll see. We'll see what Houston does. I don't see them as a real contender in the West, though. But anything is possible if Sacramento got to the playoffs. So we'll see. Indiana Pacers, they get Bruce Brown, agreed to a 2-year deal. Out there getting that money. I think he came from Denver. He said, forget that. And then the Clippers, they signed Kenyon Martin Jr. from the Rockets. That was interesting. Kenyon Martin Jr. They say he can jump out the gym like his dad, too. But anyway, I don't think I've ever seen this game. Other than that, the Summer League debuted yesterday, technically, in Las Vegas. And Victor Wembanyama, I pronounced that right, made his debut, the number 1 draft pick with the San Antonio Spurs. They took on the Charlotte Hornets. And just to give you his stats real quick, Victor Wembanyama, 27 minutes. He scored 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 blocks. Now, he was the lowest scoring person in the starting lineup. Everybody else was in double digits, 20, 12, 17, 13. But he showed up on the blocks like you would expect somebody 7'4" to be, right? Now, when I watched the highlights, I didn't get to watch the game. A few of those blocks were dudes, they just kind of tripped and threw the ball up. And he just so happened to be there and swat the ball. So it didn't really seem like effort, but maybe it's just because of his height, it doesn't seem like effort. One of the shots was from three-point land, and I swear this dude was, the guy was like 5 feet behind, at least 3 feet behind the three. Victor was on the other side of the 3 line, still blocked the shot. Now that's when that height came into play. I was like, damn. It was crazy right there. But anyway, 5 blocks, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Not bad. It's his first. I don't want to be too critical on his first summer league game, let alone his first game of the season, let alone his first season in general. His first 3 seasons. So you gotta give it time, let him develop. He's very skinny and fragile. I don't want to say fragile. He's very skinny, even though he's tall. So we'll see. You get the right dude on him. Pause. He could break him. Pause. But I think that's it. That's it in regards to sports, man. But let me know what you think about Victor Wembanyama, which I am saying correctly. Break his name down. Wem, W-E-M, Ban, B-A-N, Yama, Y-A-M-A. Wembanyama. That's all it is. But anyway, let me know what you think about him. What you think he's going to do. What you think about his numbers in the summer league. Or what all that other stuff. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, man. Thinking out loud real quick. Recently, my girlfriend asked me about being able to dress for the public. It's this situation with Keke Palmer, right? And her dressing a certain way at the Usher concert and her boyfriend getting mad. Nonetheless, we was just having this conversation about whether or not it's inappropriate to be very revealing in public for a woman, especially if she's a girlfriend, wife, or a mother. Now, she was just talking about ultimately, well, most men, their boyfriends and husbands be looking at these girls dressed this way, so we should be able to dress this way too. I get that. But here's the thing. Them the hoes. Y'all the wives. Now, men think of the hoes different. They want to do different things. They want to on their face to the hoes, not to the wives. We look at hoes different. We expect y'all to carry yourselves to a different standard. That's why we believe in double standards. So don't be looking and dressing like the hoes. Not saying Keke Palmer did, but all I'm saying is there's a difference between the hoes and the wives. 2 different standards. 2 different perspectives from the same man. But let me know what you think. That's just me thinking out loud. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Or call into the show. 313-466-4386. We about to get up out of here. Before we do that, I need you to do me a favor, man. Kick it with KCMC on all social medias. At KIWKCMC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Threads now. We on all that at KIWKCMC. That's just Kick It with KCMC, the abbreviations. Make sure you show some love to my sponsor, too, Team Elite. They on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram also, and Threads at Team Elite 313. That's TEAMELITE 313. And check out their premium urban-based athleisure wear. There's athletic leisure wear, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, tech fleece jogger sets, varsity sets, and more. It's all on their website, teamelite313.com. Ask your mom, baby. Appreciate you for kicking it with KC early in the morning. Couple things I got to remind you of before we get out of here. I do have a few songs on streaming platforms right now. Check it out. One called Juice featuring Techmatic. Shout out to my boy Techmatic. Juice. Check it out on all streaming platforms. KCMC. And Hands and Knees. My turn up song. Something to party to, dance to, shake that ass to. Club music. Check that out. Hands and Knees. KCMC and Techmatic. Check that out on streaming platforms. Let me know what you think. Go. Yeah. Donate to the show so we can grow. If you got a couple dollars, if you got this far in the video, hit that like button for us. Also, we appreciate it. Subscribe. Hit the alert button so you know when we going live. And also check out our other show on the channel, man. Unk Talk with Unc KG, man. Uncle KG holding down Unk Talk on creative content media curation channel, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We appreciate you for kicking it with us. We out.